after all that waiting, after all that excitement, after beating Elden Ring, what were my thoughts? It was phenomenal. It was everything I could have ever wanted from a Souls game, and so much more. That experience of utter confusion and amazement each area brought to me recaptured exactly how I felt when I first was introduced to the Souls series. And it's a feeling that I don't think can ever be replicated again. Though one thought latched onto me throughout my entire 200-hour playthrough, and it had to do with Bloodborne. Wait, let me finish. Don't get me wrong, everything Elden Ring had to offer, I loved. I was having the time of my life with that game, and because I love it so much, I kept thinking, is this better than Bloodborne? Obviously, graphics, amount of content, etc. Objectively, yes, it is better. But it's so hard to give up something that you hold so dear for something else to take that place. And as I kept thinking, which does better here, what does better there, ultimately, the final push came down to the music. And don't get me wrong, Mog, Godfrey, Radagon, and Godric all have the best music this game can offer. But it never really stuck to me the same way Bloodborne's music does. And maybe I'm comparing apples to oranges here, since one is a horror game and the other isn't, but I feel I don't really need to justify my comparison of the two. Ultimately, I couldn't let go of Bloodborne, because it does something so incredible with its boss themes that continue to reinforce why this game deserves every accolade it got. You've probably seen a million videos praising Bloodborne or analyzing its lore. It's been done to death, and the only kind of videos you see analyzing the music are from people who aren't that well versed in Souls games. By the way, come check that guy out, I love watching his videos. But because of this, I wanted to throw my hat into the ring. And I know this is about to seem like some avant-garde bullshit, but give me a sec, okay? Just bear with me, because I'm gonna be analyzing the music the way I see it, and me and you are going to be going through some Shaquille O'Neal levels of reaching right now. So let's just quickly start this off with... I want to point out a few of Laurence's character designs to really set the stage for what I'm about to talk about. The first of which, he's entirely engulfed in flames. 2, he is a cleric beast. Just keep those in mind. Onto his theme, let's do the same thing. 1, there's church organs present. 2, there's a low choir, and I know every Souls game has a choir, but shut up. Alright, you got those details? Good. Now for a little recap. Laurence was a scholar of Byrgenwerth, left to start the healing church, found the old blood, made that the mass appeal of his church, leading to... Got it? Good. Alright. Now to explain my ramblings. Every single characteristic pointed out about his character and music tie into his lore and what remains of him now. He's a cleric beast, just like the first boss we, the player, can encounter, both being optional encounters too. Also, the head of the healing church, him being the reason the church even exists in the first place, which is why he's a copy-paste of the first boss we ever see. Now to explain the fire, he's trapped in the hunter's nightmare. Just a little recap, that's basically hell for all the old hunters, to suffer for all of eternity, and since he dabbled in the blood of the old ones and started the blood scourge, it's fitting that he burns for all this time there. His theme reflects these aspects of his character too. The church organs relate to his history as the healing church's founder, and the fact that you fight him in one as well. Now the choir behind his theme isn't as beautiful as ones found in other themes like Gehrman's or Omen, which is the main theme of Bloodborne. Instead, it's low and condemning, almost like it's a constant reminder of his sins from the voices of the damned. A neat little bit of insight I found is that if you compare his theme to Hellfire, the choir is used in the same way.
I'm not to blame. It is the gypsy girl, the witch who set this flame. It's not my fault.
both condemning their respective characters for the sins that they carry within them. Though, as you continue fighting Laurence and his theme continues to progress, this happens. Beautiful, isolated cello. But why? Why does this man, who is responsible for all this horror and death and decay, why does his theme have this moment of beauty? The reasoning I was able to piece together for myself, at least, was that he's reflecting on everything. After all this torment inflicted on his soul, after seeing a reminder of the hunters he used to employ to savagely kill beasts, those he condemned both to the hunt and as prey for it, and even a reminder of the man he used to be, this moment of clarity to reflect on everything causes him to fall to his knees, defeated and overwhelmed by all of it. And because of this, he finally lets the beast take over. Notice how, unlike the other enemies in the nightmare, he doesn't attack you right away. He doesn't even stand up to greet you or even acknowledge you. It's until you retrieve his skull that he decides to fight you. A reminder of his sins, a reminder of who he once was. But even as you're fighting him, that animosity isn't really there, at least not until the second phase, where he realizes in this moment of quiet everything he has done, everyone he has hurt, and the only thing he has left being his sanity, finally leaving him. And as that happens, his body crumbles, and the damning choir becomes a roar. Everything starts exploding in the theme, and his attacks become just filled with ferocity, and it's pitiful watching him crawl around just spinning at you, until you, the hunter, finally grant him mercy of removing him from the nightmare. That's the end of this, I think, for a little bit. I wanted to make a big video with Laurence and Gehrman as well, but I don't have a lot of time, and I'm also really lazy, and I want to break this up like the Dark Souls video, but I promise to finish the other parts. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.